What is up, everyone? Welcome to Reality Room Podcast with Chris. And today we are going to be talking about Disney Plus's new reality show featuring eight strangers. We're going to be covering episode 2 today, The Weight of the World. And we're going to go over the storyline, the plot, the characters, as well as the competition that the two competitions that they had to play, because it was definitely interesting for sure. So let's just dive right into the episode. So they check out this map as to where they are, and they have to go to the Fates Temple, and they're invited to this like royal dinner type of place, and they're kind of like talking and eating and stuff like that. We kind of have like this really fun moment with the king, well, the king's children, the two sons and the daughter. Um, and they talk to the kids and they ask Serene. They ask them some questions, and Serene's like kind of peaceful and whatever. And Cedric asks who would be worthy of getting the keystone, and it kind of seems like Cedric is one of those characters that kind of just like doesn't beat around the bush and it just asks those simple questions. And also kind of was interesting to see what their answers were. David says that he had a dream that they were like going to split up, and yeah, interesting dream. Interesting for sure. Um, Cedric says that he doesn't like magic. I don't know why, but he just doesn't like magic. In foreshadowing later on, Cedric doesn't really, get involved with that. So, Caden has a different opinion when it comes to this game that they're playing, the quest, the game that they're playing. That there's a bigger goal than just winning, as to just working as a team and working together. And I actually thought that I agreed more with David with the fact that only one person does win the quest. Obviously, yes, they do have to work as a team, and this format is a little bit different than the quest in 2014 when it was on ABC, which they get eliminated one after another. In this show, it's not like that at all. The concept is completely different. So I definitely thought that it was interesting for sure when Caden was saying that there's a bigger picture than just winning this. So let me know what you guys think in the comments. Do you think that David had more of a point of, well, there's only one person that wins, or Caden, which is like, everyone's gonna have to work together? So they have to get a certain amount of king stones to unlock, to put into the crown, which would unlock some sort of power. And Tavora sends out these like spies, which are basically like these like green looking things. I don't know. They looked they're called the Wisplets. Wisplets or Wispits? I don't know. So they get to the challenge. So instead of us having just one challenge this episode, so we had two. So okay, so let's get into the quest. David asked to split up so they would split up into two groups. So that basically they have to find the most amount of Wisplets within their area and split it out, dump it into this well, and that's it. And Caden kind of struggles a little bit. He's looking around, he can't really find anything. And they all kind of struggle too because it's such a big castle. So after the competition's done, after the challenge is over, we find out that it's a tie between Ava and Caden because they have the most. But Caden, because he got it the fastest, won. He won this challenge, so he got the mark of speed. So, good for him, Speedy. uh, yeah. So we get Serene and Caden. They're talking. Caden's really happy that he won. Serene is really happy for him. I'm really glad that we have like these moments with the kids, because I said this in the last episode recap that I really want more. I think it's beneficial to have more screen time with the kids than these characters, because we want a little bit more backstory as to these kids' personalities. Okay, so we get to the dark region, and Tavora has these two prisoners. She basically transforms them into like evil prisoners or whatever. Eh. Yeah, King's obviously pissed off, and Dravis gets called out. Dravis gets called out by I don't trust Dravis at all. I said this in the first episode recap. He stands out like a lot. So um, I think Draves gets called out because of the magic use. Honestly don't remember, but yeah, what do you think of Dravis, guys? Dravis he's a little troublemaker. Okay. So then what happens is some sort of spell thing gets cast, and all the two princes and the princess, like, they fall on the floor, and now Oracle, the orange hair girl, they have to go to the Marwood Forest to get the Gem of Strength. So then we get to our next quest, which is probably my favorite one out of all of them. So yeah. Okay, so let's get into this quest, because this is one of my favorite competitions, like, throughout the entire show, like, altogether. I thought this was a really, really interesting one for sure. So we see this, like, White Walker with, like, I don't even know what it was called. Like, this White Walker with these, like, eels. Like, it's basically this thing plus this. So we get this White Walker thing with antlers on them. So this White Walker thing with antlers tells them that they have to hold up this banister that will have a bunch of boulders just coming down, one at a time. So I actually thought this was like a really hard competition, and this is like a competition I haven't really seen on any other reality show, where they have to, like, kind of hold it out like a balance beam and have, like, all these rocks come down. So I thought that was an interesting competition. Um, yeah. So what happens after that? Um, so this guy sounds like Omega Shenron too, from Dragon Ball GT. So it comes down to Myra and David, and at this point, I'm really rooting for Myra, because Myra hasn't won anything yet, and David won the first quest competition. So I was really rooting for Myra, but Myra gets out, and it's up to David to hold on to this banister with the last stone. And he does. He does. He does a really good job. And he gets his second talisman. So now he has the talisman of courage and strength. So he's got two already. So David's doing really good at this point. We get a little Myra and Holder conversation, and we also find out that the kingdom of Darvia has fallen, unfortunately. Myra, Holden, and David now have to go find these scrolls. They find a chest, and they have to read the scrolls out. And foreshadowing, this comes into a big, huge role later into um, the questless competitions into the future episodes. Devore is pissed off because of the Wisplets, or whatever, the Wisplets. I don't know how to pronounce that. And this is the first time Devore is finding out about the Paladins. So I actually think that this was a really good episode, because it really showcased the conversations and the dynamics between the Paladins and the people in Everrealm. So this was a really interesting episode for sure. Let me know what you guys think about David's performance down in the comments below. I think David's doing a really, really good job. He has the potential to win this entire thing. I'm not going to spoil anything, but I think David is definitely really doing a really, really, really good job. So I mean, that's really it for the episode recap. Let me know what you guys think down below about this episode. The show's doing a really, really good job, and I'm really, really excited to. We are going to have a guest. We're going to have Caden come on Tuesday, 8 p.m. I will put a post out there on my Instagram. Let me know what you guys think. Peace.